Hello and welcome back to the Cosmic Goddess channel. My name is Fola. I am so excited to bring to you today a new series that I'm launching, and it is called Tarot Teachings. Yes, I have gotten a lot of feedback from others letting me know that they're not sure what each tarot card means, especially when roaming from deck to deck to deck. And you don't always want to rely on the book that comes with the deck. Okay, this is this card. Let me look to make sure that you know what's going on. You want to be able to read the cards from your memory, from your own instinctive intuition. And yeah, I'm here to help you with that. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so the first card that we're going to be learning is, of course, the Fool. I'm going to let it get a little closer so you can see the Fool in all of his glory, or her glory. Yes, boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, beautiful yellow coloring of the card. It is springing forward. And speaking of spring, literally yesterday was the Aries new moon. The day before that was the first day of spring. And so this is divinely timed, for me at least. I'm grateful to be sharing this with you at the beginning of the year. I will get through all 78 cards in the Rider-Waite deck. So there's that. That's the goal, guys. Guys and gals and everybody in between. All right, so let's go over the Fool. I'm going to show one more time so we can look at these details here. Look at Fool card. All right. So the Fool card is about new beginnings. The Fool card is the spark of a new idea, a new seed, a new moon moment. It is going off on your own on a new adventure. As you can see, the Fool here has a teeny tiny knapsack and literally about to jump off a cliff, him and his little doggy there. And so part of that whole jumping off a cliff energy has to do with naivety. It has to do with blind faith. It has to do with just going for it. And a lot of the times, the Fool energy will be blocked by a desperate desire to know what's ahead of you. When the Fool doesn't know, that's part of the faith. The Fool has an idea. The Fool has an inkling. The Fool has to follow their heart and go wherever the journey takes them. Because honestly, if they knew what the entire journey would entail and ask from them, they probably wouldn't go. It's best to go take a shot in the dark and hope for the best, know that the universe has got you, and that you don't really need the things of the past. So that's another thing about that Fool energy, the teeny tiny knapsack that the Fool has on their back. They don't have a lot of burden. They don't have a lot of the past weighing them down. It's not like they're rolling their suitcases. Yeah, these are the little things that I need to move forward with this new idea that I have. And I say new idea because guess what the card color is? It's yellow, and yellow in the tarot is connected to air, the element of air, the element of the mind, ideas. And that is where the Fool usually leaps off the cliff, is when they have this idea, this seed, this little nugget that they think can grow, that they can foresee growing into something new and blessed and enormous. It first takes place in the mind. That's where the change takes place. That's where the faith and the determination, the willpower to go on your own comes from. The Fool is about birthing energy, Aries energy. The Fool is that energy of freedom and of being carefree and or careless, because they're kind of one and the same. So it's a tendency of people to be like, this card is good and this card is bad. And none of the cards are neither good or bad. the cards are what they are. They are a snapshot of the human experience. Yes, of one moment in the human experience. That is what these cards represent, okay? And so the Fool can be great if you are starting something new and you're really invested in it. Maybe it's great for a relationship. Well, not necessarily for a relationship, but maybe you need to end a relationship and you get the Fool card of, bye now, I'm going off, I'm done with this, on to the next. Yes. Or maybe you are starting a new business and you get the Fool card. And so with that being said, the Fool can also appear if you are being foolish or careless or taking really big risks. So it's not just a good or bad thing. It is just an explanation of the energy that's being shown. But with the little white sleeves underneath, those white sleeves represent purity of heart. So you're not going to get the Fool if you're plotting and planning. You might get Seven of Swords, but the Fool usually comes with the air of childlike innocence, of freedom, of curiosity, of taking that next step. So usually with the Fool, you'll find people who have pure intentions. Okay. If you get this card for you, it means that you are just being genuine with your new endeavor. But it can also mean that you're about to walk off a cliff. It can also mean that. But if you notice, you look, he's following the sun. He's in front of the sun, but the sun goes from east to west, right? He's walking in front. He's walking to the west. So he's going on the journey with the sun. The sun is also shining brightly onto everything that he touches, everything that he sees. It is potential. It is opportunity. It is a new way of life, a new journey, a new adventure. Now you also want to take a look at the red coloring in this card as well. The red represents fire energy, passion, drive. It is will. And then if you take a look even closer, you can't tell if those are pentacles on the Fool's. Ooh, look, come on, focus. You can't tell if those are pentacles on the Fool's clothing, but I see them like that. And how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You guys know what we didn't even get there with the 9 of Pentacles, but the 9 of Pentacles can symbolize reaping the rewards that you've sown and are directly connected to this card, to the I'm going off on my new adventure, to possibly create something so fertile that it will bear fruit later when you see the 9 of Pentacles. And so I love that little connection. And then there's a little doggy. There's a little doggy by his side. So he's got companionship. He's not all on his own. Even though he is going off on his own, the Fool has company. And the company is also white and pure of heart. And when I talk about white meaning pureness of heart, I'm simply talking about the tarot. I'm not talking about anything else. So there's that disclaimer. I'm talking about specific symbolism within the tarot text. The Fool is about taking a risk with the hope and the faith that it will pan out. Now, when this card is reversed, the energy is blocked. So maybe you're too afraid to take the risk. Maybe you shouldn't take the risk because it's high risk, low reward. Maybe your energy is all over the place and you're too impulsive. Maybe it's not the right time if you're getting the Fool reversed. Or maybe you're scared because once again, you must take a risk. When you're the Fool, you are taking a risk. And so with the energy being blocked, maybe you're so afraid to take the risk that you don't, or you're waiting on knowing exactly how it's going to pan out and you'll never know. So you don't do it. Maybe you are scattered and your energy is everywhere and you're a tornado and you're doing all the things that you want to do and leaving your responsibilities behind. maybe you're naive to a fault. There are plenty of ways that this energy can show up blocked. And those are, from my experience, when I've gotten the Fool reversed. Thank you so much for joining me on the first episode of Tarot Teachings. I appreciate you. Once again, my name is Fola, and thank you for visiting the Cosmic Goddess channel.